Hello there, my crafty friends. Welcome to an episode of Angela Shows You. Today, I wanted to show a apron that I did. I did a whole apron tutorial a couple weeks ago, and I made another one for myself for when I do craft shows. What I wanted to do was make one that I could use my Cricut as well and do my company name on it. So what I did was I actually chose to do an apron in a solid purple, and then I did the neck straps and I did the side straps in a coordinating but fun color because I wanted to put words on it, so I wanted the apron itself to be plain, but I didn't want the whole thing to be plain. So what I did was um, I used a light purple, and then I used a very pretty purple. So these were off of a jelly roll, and what I did was I took for the straps, I took 2 jelly rolls and I sewed them together. So I had the whole like 84 inches or whatever that ends up being. Um, I took the whole 84. So then what I did was I took the center. When the apron was folded in half, I made a crease. I took the center of the jelly roll where I sewed the 2 pieces together, and I put it in the center, and I just sewed out. And then what I actually did was when I got to the edges, I pinched them together a little bit so that the straps, the side straps, were thinner. And then I took a fat quarter and I used it to make a pocket. That way I can put money in it. So I'll have to decide, if I want, I'll probably end up tying it in the back, just so that the tie doesn't get in my way of the money that I put in there. But then I took heat transfer vinyl and I did my company name, and I did it in kind of a gold to offset the color of the leaves that are in here. And then I took a sewing machine and a spool of thread, and these were actually free images that I found on Cricut Design Space. So I didn't end up, spending any extra money other than my subscription to Access. I think when I wear that, though, I'll probably actually put it down a little bit lower. So I cut 2 sewing machines, but I don't think I'm going to use the second one. But this was difficult to weed because of all the intricate. So what you want to do, I mentioned it in the previous video, when you're doing heat transfer vinyl, is you want to mirror the image. Now, it probably wouldn't have mattered so much with the sewing machine or the spool of thread, which I actually did in blue, and then I decided that I wasn't going to use it because I thought I cut 3. I cut black, white, and blue because I thought, spools of thread are all different colors, and I kind of wanted to do different colors. But the white one was smaller, and the white one actually, because it's so intricate in the flowers, the white actually did not cut very well at all. And I originally cut them on glitter vinyl, and that was a total disaster. So I switched to just regular HTV. The blue cut better. The white, though, I think because it was smaller and just so intricate, it it didn't cut right, and I probably could have gone back in. There's an intricate setting that you could choose in Cricut Design Space, but I actually decided against that. I thought, um, it's I don't want to do that. It's going to start getting to be too busy. So I just did the one sewing machine and one spool of thread, and I like these because I actually, I found the sewing machine first, and I thought that the flowers are pretty. And then when I found the spool of thread, I was like, that's perfect because it coordinates with, having the flowers on it. So the two of those go together. But I actually just kind of decided in the long run that I was just gonna do the two in the black, and then I've got my name in the kind of a gold color. So when you're using the HTV, you cut it mirrored, it cuts it in reverse, because it actually, so it cuts on this side, the sticky side. So you weed it on the sticky side, so it's backwards, and then you place it down, sticky side down, on your whatever it is that you are putting the HTV on. Fabric, wood, acrylic, whatever it is that you are crafting on, you put it, the sticky side, onto the garment or item, and then you press it for however long it's suggested to press for. Follow the instructions on the package of the HTV. They're all different companies call, for different temperatures. It kind of depends also on what it is that you're pressing onto. If it's going to take a hotter temperature and or a longer time. Glitter takes a different temperature than just regular HTV does. So you're definitely going to want to kind of refer to the instructions, either that are printed on the box or the package, or look it up, or if you're using Cricut, they actually have a thing right on their site that says, like, I don't know, what do I set this, it has a whole guide that you can put in what you're using on what material, and it'll tell you, it'll give you a suggestion of time and temp. So I just did my regular standard apron. So, like I mentioned in the previous video, you fold your base material in half, cut it 36 inches down, 15 across. Then you take your sides. So still while the material is on your cutting table. So you measure from this edge over. I measured 6 inches. You can do, I mentioned previously 5.5. 5.5 to 6, that gives you your bib. Then you're going to make a mark. Then you're going to come down from the top. You're going to measure about 9.5. Make another mark, and then you're just going to cut that out. Now, that's an excellent opportunity to use this material that's right in here. That's a great opportunity to use that material for your pocket, if you want a pocket on your apron. However, because this material is solid and I wanted to use the patterned material for the pocket, I actually just set that cut out material. There's 2 pieces. So I actually just ended up setting that aside into my scrap material pile so that I could have all coordinating. So my straps, and then I did the whole waist for my side straps, and the apron are in this really pretty. So it gives me, because I wanted the words, I did the solid, and then just kind of jazzed it up a little bit with printed material. So I hope that that gives you some ideas, being creative with what it is that you're sewing. Don't be afraid to, mix and match a little bit. Do, various prints and patterns that are all coordinating when you're making your, an apron for either yourself or to give as a gift to somebody. If you've got a sports fan, it might be fun to do either maybe you could do a solid apron and you could do the sport material and the straps or some sort of embellishment or a lining around it. Maybe put the person's name, on it or whatever. You could, put, like, or number one fan, or, there's so many options of things that you could do to personalize your apron. But I wanted this one so that I could, when I'm at craft shows, I can put change that I want to give my customers right in here. That way I don't have to keep digging into a cash box every time I sell something. So I hope that this is helpful to you. I do hope that you will give this a thumbs up for me. It will help my, help YouTube figure out that people are interested in my content and show it to others, and will help me build my channel. And I'm really looking forward to continuing to make more content and giving you fun tips and ideas and crafts to make so that you can save yourself a few dollars by spending your money in buying commercially made products and make something for yourself that is customizable. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.